We have a motivated group, but for motivated group to act, information is necessary, resources are necessary. The whole idea is to arm you when you go out to your RWAs, when you talk to other people, you should be armed with information and resources to motivate them and drive the community, lead the community into this effort. So to start with some facts about dengue, dengue is caused by flavivirus, uh, dengue virus, and it has 4 strains. And one strain infection does not protect you from, does not give you cross protection for other strains, and that's why it is important that we don't take it lightly. Um in fact, subsequent infection can be more dangerous. I'll come to that. While many dengue DNV infections are either asymptomatic or mild, but some can cause flu-like illness, which is also called as dengue fever or breakbone fever. And in some cases, you can develop severe dengue, which is dengue hemorrhagic fever or dengue shock. And it can be associated with severe bleeding, organ impairment, or plasma leakage. And if these are not managed properly, the risk of death is very high. The risk of severe dengue is higher with subsequent infection. So once you have first one strain infection and then you have following infection with other strains, the risk of severe dengue is much higher. And it is important to remember that 90% of those who require hospitalization are children below 5 years of age. So coming to the mosquito, I mean, a small buzzing insect. Doesn't all of us think about it like this? But look at these statistics here. I'm comparing it with sharks, lions, elephants, hippopotamus, snakes, dogs, flies, and human. Mosquito beats all of us in terms of number of people it kills every year. Mosquitoes are a very old genus. Mosquitoes are as old as the dinosaurs, so they existed around 250 years back and have adapted over the period of time. There are around 3,000 species of mosquitoes in the world, of which about 400 species are in India. And of this 3,000 species, around 200 species are the ones which actually bite humans. So most of the mosquitoes don't prefer to bite human, but there are 200 of them around which are responsible for that 7,25,000 deaths every year. Dawn and dusk are the time when most species are active. Coming specific to the Aedes mosquito, as the female Aedes, which is responsible for transmission of disease, and because that is because it needs human blood, and this blood is used to get proteins and iron, which is required for development of its egg and for its regular metabolism. Remember, male does not feed on blood, so the males don't bite. Female mosquito feeds every 3 to 4 days, and it can feed up to 3 times its weight. So it's a very greedy insect. And if it doesn't get enough blood, then it can continue biting all along the day also. As Professor Murthy said, short range of flight. So I'll not go into that. But after feeding Aedes, mosquitoes lays its egg every 3 to 4 days in different containers, ensuring that some of its offspring will survive predators, making the mosquito more difficult to control. Uh, and the whole strategy is it lays eggs just above the water point. And when the water level rises during rainy seasons, during flooding, when you water your plants, then these eggs start hatching. So when they get favorable environment, they start hatching. Otherwise, if the environment is not favorable, they can survive for almost a year uh, and hatch whenever the environment is favorable. And this is why it is important to dispose of unused container, protecting or covering useful containers that you use to store water, sealing them, covering them, or treating them with chemicals or biological products. So Aedes prefer to lay its egg in artificial recipient that contain water. So anything around us, what we have created. Remember, artificial means something that humans have created. So drums, barrels, tires, mainly around houses, schools, workplace. And female mosquitoes can lay up to 400 eggs in the course of their life, actually around 400 to 1,000 eggs. The number of eggs laid each time depends on the age of female and the amount of blood extracted. So once it feeds on us, on our blood, it is able to produce more egg. So now you understand the importance of why we should not allow it to produce. So it goes into a vicious cycle. We are actually feeding it to grow. We are actually providing environment for it to breed. And then we are providing our blood for it to lay more eggs. So Aedes aegypti egg can resist dry environment. And that's why proper cleaning the surfaces of drums and barrel is more effective than using chemicals. So life cycle of a mosquito is around 10 to 12 days. And it starts with adults laying eggs, which are laid just above the water level, um, and can lay around 100 eggs at a time. And during its lifetime can lay around 400 to 1,000 eggs. Then the eggs hatch. There is a phase of larva, which is for around 3 to 5 days. And then it goes into the stage of pupa, which is 1 to 2 days. And then from pupa. So it's like a metamorphosis. What you see in a butterfly or in a frog, it's similar to that. And then adult emerges from the pupa and then again goes on to bite. And now Aedes has these white stripes or dots, which is why it is called the tiger mosquito. Coming to one more interesting fact about mosquito, why do they bite? They bite me also a lot. So why do they bite us so much? One is they are attracted to carbon dioxide. Female mosquitoes have a liking sensors for carbon dioxide, and they can detect carbon dioxide from as far as 115 feet away. If you are pregnant, then during pregnancy, we exhale, especially in the third trimester, we exhale 21% more carbon dioxide. So more likely to be bitten by mosquito. Also, pregnant women emit a volatile odor that attracts these insects. If we are exercising and sweating, then we produce something called as lactic acid, which is a byproduct of physical activity, and also ammonia. And both of these are something which just the mosquito wants to latch on to. So this buildup and the warmth which we generate during exercise is almost irresistible to mosquito. And movement also increases the chance of mosquito noticing and coming and biting. Another important fact is the blood type. Um, a study in Journal of Medical Entomology has found that mosquitoes are more attracted to type O blood type, least to type A blood type, and type B is somewhere in between. So alcohol is another area which another substance consumption increases the attractiveness to mosquito, and this was found in one of the studies by PLOS One. Genetic makeup is another component, and I know we cannot do much, but just for awareness. But what is other things which are important is skin bacteria, and especially areas which are less washed. For example, your foot, ankles. These are the areas which emit odors, and these odors are also attractive to the mosquitoes. Clothing is another component which is seen to attract mosquitoes, especially if it is dark, bright colors which are used. Light colors, they are indifferent to. It is not that light colors prevent mosquito bite, but mosquitoes are indifferent to light colors. They are attracted to dark, bright color. And now, why is all this information necessary? So once you are aware of these situations, in these situations, you have to take additional precautions. And people who have these situations, especially pregnant women, type O blood type, if you are going for a party, please wear light clothes, covered long sleeves clothing and pants. Use a mosquito repellent. If children are sleeping during daytime, use mosquito nets or mosquito repellent. And these things are important. So just an understanding why mosquito gets attracted to us, why uh, is will help us change our behavior. In this slide, what I'm saying is all the characteristics we described, how it is used to develop a control strategy. So it's a day feeder. So then that's where the door and window screens impregnated with insecticide are better. It doesn't travel a lot. It rests on the wall after feeding. So indoor residual spray are effective. Um, Mosquito repellent used during the day, which most of us don't think about because we think mosquitoes usually bite at night. But the dengue mosquito or Aedes mosquito bites during the day. So you, and especially if you're going outdoor, this becomes important. Protecting yourself while sleeping is important. Um, so again, understanding its breeding nature will help us prevent its breeding in terms of killing larvae and propagating its growth, and also understanding that it is a very restricted mosquito helps us to devise effective plan. So just a community getting together can protect themselves in terms of Aedes, but in terms of malaria, you might require to cover a much larger area to protect yourself. Malaria mosquito Anopheles can travel almost up to 2 kilometers. So in that case, you have to have a much larger area to protect yourself. But for dengue, if a community gets organized and acts together, they can effectively protect themselves.